Let me tell you a story about a woman who had everything she ever wanted. On the outside, her life looked perfect. She had a successful career, a beautiful home, and a loving family. But inside, she was crumbling. She would wake up every morning with a knot of anxiety in her stomach. She would spend her days in a fog of self-doubt, constantly questioning her decisions, constantly feeling like she wasn't good enough. She would sabotage her own success. She would pick fights with her partner right before things were going well. She would procrastinate on projects that could advance her career. She would push away people who cared about her. She was her own worst enemy, and she didn't even know why. One day, she was sitting in her therapist's office, and she said something that would change everything. She said, "I feel like I'm climbing a mountain, but every time I get close to the summit, I slip and fall all the way back down." Her therapist looked at her and said, "What if the mountain isn't the problem? What if the mountain is you?" That woman's story is the story of so many of us. We are the ones standing in our own way. We are the ones creating the obstacles that prevent us from reaching our full potential. And that is the core insight of Brianna Wiest's transformative book, The Mountain is You. It is a book about self-sabotage, about the internal barriers that hold us back, and about the profound journey of self-acceptance that is required to finally, truly heal. Brianna Wiest is a writer and thinker who has spent years exploring the depths of the human psyche. She has written extensively about emotional intelligence, personal growth, and the hidden patterns that govern our lives. Her work is deeply reflective, compassionate, and unflinchingly honest. She doesn't offer quick fixes or easy answers. She offers something far more valuable. She offers a mirror. She asks you to look at yourself, really look at yourself, and to see the ways you have been unconsciously sabotaging your own happiness. She doesn't judge you for it. She explains why you do it. She explains that self-sabotage is not a character flaw. It is a survival mechanism. It is a pattern that your brain developed to protect you from pain, even if that protection is now hurting you more than it is helping. The central metaphor of the book is the mountain. The mountain is the problem you are trying to overcome. It is the obstacle you are trying to climb. It is the thing that stands between you and the life you want. But Wiest argues that the mountain is not outside of you. The mountain is inside of you. The mountain is your fears, your insecurities, your limiting beliefs, your unresolved trauma, your unprocessed emotions. It is everything you have buried deep inside yourself that is now manifesting as self-sabotage. You cannot climb this mountain by running away from it. You cannot climb it by pretending it doesn't exist. You can only climb it by facing it, by understanding it, and by making peace with it. The mountain is you, and you are the mountain. The only way to overcome it is to transform it from the inside out. So, let's define self-sabotage clearly. Self-sabotage is any behavior that undermines your own goals and well-being. It is the procrastination that kills your deadlines. It is the overeating that destroys your health. It is the relationship pattern that keeps you stuck in toxic cycles. It is the negative self-talk that erodes your confidence. It is the fear of success that makes you blow opportunities. It is the fear of failure that prevents you from even trying. Self-sabotage is the ultimate betrayal of yourself. And the most insidious part is that you often don't even realize you are doing it. It happens on autopilot. It is driven by unconscious beliefs and unprocessed emotions. You think you are making rational choices, but you are actually being driven by hidden forces that are working against you. Wiest explains that self-sabotage is often rooted in a deep, subconscious fear. We are afraid of what will happen if we succeed. We are afraid of what will happen if we are truly happy. We are afraid of what will happen if we become the person we are meant to be. This might sound counterintuitive. You would think that we all want to succeed. You would think that we all want to be happy. But the truth is that success and happiness come with risks. They come with new responsibilities, new expectations, and new vulnerabilities. If you succeed, you might be criticized. If you are happy, you might lose it. If you become your authentic self, you might be rejected. The subconscious mind is wired to protect you from these risks. It prefers the familiar pain of your current situation to the unfamiliar uncertainty of a new one. So it sabotages your efforts to change. It keeps you trapped in the safe, known, and comfortable misery of your old patterns. This is why willpower alone is never enough. You cannot force yourself to overcome self-sabotage. You cannot just try harder. You have to go deeper. You have to address the root cause. You have to heal the wound that is driving the behavior. Wiest uses a powerful metaphor. She says that self-sabotage is like an iceberg. The behavior, the sabotage itself, is just the tip that you can see above the water. Below the surface, hidden from view, is the massive structure of beliefs, fears, and traumas that is supporting that behavior. If you only try to break off the tip, it will grow back. You have to dive down and dismantle the iceberg from below. You have to do the deep, difficult work of self-inquiry and emotional processing. Wiest outlines a series of steps for doing this work. The first step is awareness. You have to become conscious of your self-sabotaging patterns. You have to start noticing when you are acting against your own interests. You have to start asking yourself tough questions. What am I afraid of? What am I avoiding? What is this behavior protecting me from? The second step is understanding. You have to understand the origin of the pattern. Why did you develop this coping mechanism? What past experience taught you that you needed to protect yourself this way? What was the wound that created the defense? The third step is acceptance. You have to accept that you developed this pattern for a good reason. It was a survival strategy. It helped you get through a difficult time. It was a gift from your past self. But now it is no longer serving you. You have to thank your past self for protecting you. And you have to tell your past self that you are safe now. You don't need this defense anymore. The fourth step is transformation. You have to replace the old pattern with a new one. You have to choose a different behavior that serves your current goals and values. You have to practice it again and again until it becomes your new default. Wiest also talks about the importance of emotional processing. She says that you cannot think your way out of emotional pain. You have to feel it. You have to allow yourself to experience the grief, the anger, the fear, the sadness that you have been suppressing. You have to sit with it. You have to let it move through you. This is the hardest part. We are conditioned to avoid painful emotions. We distract ourselves with work, with social media, with food, with alcohol, with anything that will numb the pain. But the pain doesn't go away. It gets stored in your body. It gets stored in your nervous system. And it will keep coming back, demanding to be processed. The only way to release it is to feel it. This is the path to healing. This is the path to freedom. The book is filled with profound insights and practical wisdom. It challenges you to question everything you believe about yourself. It asks you to examine your identity. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are supposed to be? Who are you actually? It asks you to examine your values. What do you really care about? What are you willing to fight for? What are you willing to let go of? It asks you to examine your relationships. Are they supporting your growth, or are they holding you back? Are you showing up as your authentic self, or are you playing a role? These are not easy questions. They are not comfortable questions. But they are the questions that will set you free. The journey to self-acceptance is the central theme of the book. Wiest argues that you cannot change yourself if you hate yourself. You have to accept yourself, flaws and all, before you can transform yourself. Self-acceptance is not resignation. It is not saying, I'm broken and I'll never change. Self-acceptance is saying, this is who I am right now. I have made mistakes. I have created patterns that are not serving me. But I am worthy of love. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of a better life. And I am going to do the work to become a better version of myself. Self-acceptance is the foundation upon which real change is built. Without it, any attempt at self-improvement is just another form of self-rejection. This is why The Mountain Is You has resonated so deeply with so many people, especially here in the United States. We live in a culture that celebrates the hustle. We are told to be constantly productive, constantly achieving, constantly improving. We are told that we are not enough, that we need to be more, do more, have more. And we are exhausted, we are burned out, we are anxious, we are depressed, we are lonely, we are desperately looking for a way out. Brianna Wiest offers a way out. She offers a path that is not about trying harder. It is about going deeper. It is about stopping the endless cycle of self-criticism and starting the journey of self-compassion. It is about understanding that the mountain you are trying to climb is not the enemy. It is the teacher. It is the thing that is going to make you stronger, wiser, and more whole. It is the thing that is going to transform you into the person you were always meant to be. So, I ask you, what is your mountain? What is the obstacle that is standing between you and the life you want? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it self-doubt? Is it a pattern of self-sabotage? What is the wound that is driving that behavior? What is the pain you have been avoiding? What is the story you have been telling yourself that is keeping you stuck? These are the questions that The Mountain Is You invites you to ask. And the answers are not going to be easy, but they are going to be liberating. Because once you understand the mountain, you can start climbing. Once you understand the mountain, you can start transforming it. Once you understand the mountain, you can realize that the mountain is not an obstacle. The mountain is a gift. It is a gift that is offering you the opportunity to become the person you are meant to be. And the climb is not a punishment. The climb is the process of becoming. It is the process of healing. It is the process of growth. It is the process of self-acceptance. And it is the most important journey you will ever take. The journey is hard, but it is worth it. And you are ready. The mountain is you, and you are ready to climb.